Okay, everyone. Okay, unfortunately, you're not able to see me because, and the reason being is because I've been having trouble with the camera. It seems like the camera is not, the computer is just not picking up the camera. And so what I do is I say, oh yeah, let's make sure the camera is active. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be like, you know, I hate to not, as much as I like to see my cool face, I'm not sure what's going on with the camera. So I hope you can at least hear me, but you can't see me, so I'm going to at least I'm going to see if this works. I'm hoping that this will at least be a temporary solution. Fortunately, we did not lose much. All we lost was some time exploring. Yeah. As I said, unfortunately, right now you can't see me. I have a feeling that the issue is something to do with the camera or maybe the camera drivers. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we've got some gelatins. I hope everyone can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know, but I know you can't see me. Maybe I should call this the John Cena stream. But again, I'm having, it's like, thank you, Jimmy. Ooh, a critical hit, how nice. and I'm gonna stress that I think it's my whole computer that's freezing. And I'm just gonna say this about the camera. As I said, when usually in the past the camera has always come on without issue. I mean, it's like it lights up right away. But I'd say the last 2 streams it has not. And honestly, I think that's the only thing that has changed, so I'm going to guess that is the issue. So I don't know if that means that there's a poor camera driver. Because nothing's really been updated on my end. I haven't had any like major updates. And I mean, it shows up. It shows up on my devices, so I'm wondering what's going on. Now, fortunately, I actually have a few other cameras I can try. You know, so I perhaps can switch out the camera to see if it's really the current camera I'm using or if my computer does not like cameras in general. Woohoo! Made a ninja level. Ah, increased vitality, nice. Piety. Stamina, 7 hit points. Get a skill bonus. Let's see, weaponry, we're gonna go with shield. Physical. I'm gonna go with skullduggery. In academia, we're gonna go with alchemy. We learned a new ninja spell. Okay, so we've got whipping rocks and crush. And visibility's not bad. Okay, it's between crush and acid bomb. Well, I'm actually going to go with acid bomb because there's other characters that can cast crush. But only the alchemist can cast acid bomb. I don't think this is the swamp. Nope. And as I said, I have a feeling. So what happens is if there's no more crashes, then it's probably obvious to me that it's an issue with the camera. Oh, giant crabs. What? Fizzled mind flay? Great. Let's see, do you have anything helpful that you can use? Nicely done. Okay, that's, oh, good. That seemed to thin the herd quite a bit. And we're going to concentrate on the first row because the third row, the second row is under the influence of a Okay, just letting you know there is an ad break that's coming up soon. And by the way, we can kill these at our leisure because they're stone, so they're not going anywhere. Okay, eating the meat helped a little bit. Okay, I'm also letting y'all know that if you're wondering where my handsome picture is, I think I'm 90% sure that it's the camera. And the reason being is because normally when I boot up OBS, like there's a blue hue around the camera indicating that it's being picked up, but there is none. And so in order to get the camera working, I have to change a fair number of settings. And it could be that changing those settings may be what's causing it to crash. Don't quote me on that. But I mean, right now, that's the only plausible explanation. So what I want to find out is it for all cameras or oh bleep. And guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to do magic screen. Well, let's cross our fingers and see what happens. Well, right now we essentially had two bad things happen to us. First bad thing was headache failed. Okay, let's see what we've got in terms of monsters remaining. Okay. Okay. And by the way, we actually did get magic screen in pretty early, so it's not that I didn't buff, it's the fact that we had some bad luck with the random number generator. For example, Dfortae is not, I don't think it's time to run yet. I don't think it's time to run. Okay, so we've got Headache and Hellgraph. Fortunately, our two big spellcasters are still good. Okay, so let's say what does Headache have that we can use? Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, guys, it's not looking good. Okay, let's see what happens now. Nice. Okay, let's go silence power level 6. Y'all, this is getting very interesting. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot, but I'm kind of like really thinking things through. Okay, good. We've got Sparkle back. At least Sparkle is no longer insane. Wow. Okay. We're actually making progress here. So we're going after the 3 water dragons. Okay, so right now we're going after the 3 water dragons. We are going, okay, 3 water dragons, let's see. So Gixxer can fight. Okay, headache. Let's see what we're going to have you do. Let's have you cure yourself and hellgraph what we're going to do. I'll tell you what, I'm seeing I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. This is the thing. These water dragons are stoned. So therefore there is no real rush in killing them. The only ailment right now that we have to deal with is poison. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on curing. On curing the poison. Looks like we've got 5 out of 6 that have poison. Now I have a feeling this poison's probably tough, so Gixxer, let's have you use a cure poison on Sparkle. Sparkle, you don't have much in the way of cure poison, but that's at least going to help a little bit. Dfortae, you also have cure poison. Let's have you cured on yourself. Donkey, let's see what you have. Thank you, Orcrest. Yeah, I think this is my 3rd stream. I'm sorry you cannot see me, but it seems like the camera has been the cause of my issues with Zombie Bottle. Moody hides shadows. And for welcome in Zomble Bobble. Moody hide shadows. Yep. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, we're only down to 3 characters poisoned. That's some pretty good news. Okay, there is an ad break coming up. So what happens is on an ad break, I'm going to step away. I know you cannot see me, but so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to my throat's getting a little parched, so I'm wanting something to drink. Now, some of you may wonder why I'm not really going after the monsters, and that's because that's because essentially I have they're stoned. So the monsters, they're not going anywhere. They're basically like they're stuck. Hey, Texie88, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. What were you streaming tonight? Fortunately, you came right in the middle of an ad break, so ooh. Okay, ads are done on my end. Oh, two Spectrum games. I'm trying to remember because I remember a Spectrum system like that was very old school, and I think that now I'm not. I think there may be like a modern Spectrum. I don't know what exactly Spectrum games are, but in the meantime, let's get you a shout out. Let's get you a shout out. Ooh. Oh yeah, so you were so it was the old one. You know, Texie also streams some cool retro games, so I encourage you to follow him or follow Texie88. What I'm playing Wizardry 6. Now, if you look at it, you're like, wait a minute, that looks like Wizardry 7. It's actually Wizardry 6, but it's in the Wizardry 7 engine. I'll tell you what, right now we are in a very tense moment. And the reason it's tense is because it's we've still got some people. Ooh. Oh, cool. Let's have you heal up. Yeah. Oh, cool. And honestly, Texie, they've been doing a lot with that. It's like they came like that. There's these old systems, and so what they would do is they would often take the game aspect of it. It's like, you know, it's like I have a Commodore 64 emulator, and you can't really program with it, but you can sure as heck load disks. Okay, Donkey, let's see what you've got. I'm going to have you parry, Donkey. Okay, those look to be mostly offensive spells. Let's see if there's anything that Hellgraph can use. Ah, yes. Hellgraph has some heavy heals, so we're gonna give Dfortae a heavy heal. Actually, no. Let's have you do a cure poison first, and let's have you go after Donkey. Okay, so it looks like the only person that is poisoned is Headache. So Gixer, what you're going to do is you're going to... You're the one that has the potions. Oh, Maniac Miner. I've never heard of that. I've heard of Maniac Mansion. Okay. We're not out of the woods yet, okay? If for those of you are like, woo, woo, yeah, well, I'm out of the woods. Oh, man, okay. So what I want to do is I want to try to get my party in as good of shape as possible. Slowly but surely, we're coming back. I think I texted. I remember a game being somewhat familiar to that or similar to that. I'm not sure, Cody. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure what happened. What happened is, see, normally when I boot up OBS, the camera it recognizes the camera. It's like, oh yeah, and there's a blue shading around it. Well, it's no longer recognizing the camera, and so the last couple times I've fiddled around with the settings trying to get the camera to work. Well, I did get the camera to work, but guess what? It crashed 3 times. Let's see if Gixxer has any. Let's see if Gixxers has any useful things, like anything healing. Nope. Sparkle, nope. I like that. Cody's like, it's about the anime PGNs, which I hate to say it is kind of true. Now, some of you may be wondering why I'm like stalling. You're like, Moody, you're stalling. Well, the reason I'm stalling is because is because there's because the Lord actually gets actually gets a level increase. I mean, the Lord actually has auto regeneration, and so by resting everyone, now what's happening is now and Headache also has an amulet of healing. Hey, Mr. Spock, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. I'll tell you what, this fight has been like cray cray. Now you're wondering how can I afford to dawdle? Well, guess what? Right now, these water dragons are stoned. They're not going anywhere. Okay, I'm going to save it just in case. But right now, we haven't had any crash issues, so now I'm almost 95% sure that it's the camera. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where I am and see if there's any cool places I can go. Right now, not really. Hmm. Okay, does that put me close to anything? Does that put me close to any area I recognize? Not really. Let's go down there and let's see if a beautiful tropic woman emerges from a small fortress and says, "Welcome to the island of the keep. I don't have any more room for storage here. Perhaps you should try back later." Okay, booby alert, booby alert. Okay, so what we can do is we can use this opportunity to Okay. Now my lie, it seems like, has nothing but... My lie has nothing but weapons, which is okay. I think that's the way to the swamp. That being said, I don't really want to go there right now. What I want to do is I want to essentially, I want to get a, woohoo! Guess what, everyone? We made it. We made it, and my concern is the fact that we did not have any whatchamacallit. Yeah, whatchamacallit. I have a different place I think I want to go. But I'm sorry, I want to thank everyone that coming on in. I mean, it's a pleasure. I'm very pleased with the number of viewers considering we had this crash earlier. And I'll tell you what, those of you that were here for about the past 20 minutes, you witnessed one heck of a battle. I mean, it was like, wow. Okay, now of course 7 killer rats, but you notice the 0 in parentheses. That means that all of them are incapacitated in some way. They could be stoned, they could be asleep, they could be paralyzed. Well, in this case, they're asleep because we used the poet's loot on them. Now, some of you may be wondering why I'm going back. I'm going back the way I came. Well, I have a different idea. I have an idea. I want to have an idea. I'm hoping that we don't get ambushed along the way. And I mean, like, once we get out into the river Styx. I mean, 4 acid slimes don't really bother me. So we've been going for about an hour. Yeah, we've been going for about an hour and a half because I count the 23 minutes before the crash as okay. Okay, I have a cool trick here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have whatchamacallit blow his horn. Horn of Souls. The horn issues a haunting call which echoes far across the water. Eventually the echoes fade away. Come fade away, come fade away, come fade. Oh, I better be careful because knowing ham, Twitch probably won't get me in trouble, but I know YouTube will. Okay. So what you do is I got a ride from Karin. Okay, and this is actually a good place to get familiar with. Okay, so this is the Isle of Minos. This is very important because if, let's say, your party gets seriously weakened, this is a good place to go because guess what's going to happen? Fountain number 1. Look at that. 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 Well, good news and bad news. Good news is, hey, we're at full health. Bad news is we're not at full mana. So it looks like we're going to have to copyright strike from the Styx cover band called Styx. Actually, it's I threw a little pun in there. It's STIX. So in the game, you acid sticks, fire sticks, sparkle sticks, etc. Okay, back to the business at hand. Back to the business at hand. So you're like, oh crap. Oh, here's another fountain. Please, please be. Look at this. Recover stamina. Nope. Actually, no, I messed up. Let's go back down. There is an ad break coming soon. Snack time. Hey, fine. That's good. That's why we have these breaks. You can get, if you need to grab yourself some snacks, go right ahead. You notice there's a bidet. What's that for? Well, it's the fancy way of quote unquote wiping your butt. Okay, there's an ad break, so we're going to BRB. I'm actually gonna use the bathroom. But why are Moody's characters drinking from it? That's not, doesn't look like a bidet. That looks like, because when I think of a bidet, I think of like a hose, like a flexible hose that comes out okay. I'm also going to look for, I'm also going to let's see, do I have an armor plate? I know someone here has an armor plate. Armor melt. Well, at least we have enchanted blades, so we might as well cast that. Okay, so now we're going back to the we're now going back to the area, and hopefully we're going to enter the swamp. Okay. I don't think this is a swamp, but I'm going to try it anyway. Nope. But again, I want to thank everyone for coming on in. Usually the streams probably gonna go till about maybe the 2:10 mark. And then of course I'm going to raid someone. And by the way, I already if they're still playing, I already know whom I'm raiding. I've already made that determination. This one person is playing a game that I absolutely cannot. I absolutely cannot turn them. I mean, it's too cool of a game. Okay, oh yeah, this is the we got this one, which we don't know what it is. Okay, life sparkler. I believe someone has a life sparkler. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to merge them. That actually helps us with inventory space, because we actually have only so many inventory slots. And another life sparkler. Okay, so we have a bold X. We've already gone fishing. Okay, nope, not there. Right, so right now what we're doing is we're looking for the swamp. And in case you're wondering why don't you look it up on a map, well, except for the pyramid area and the mines, I'm not using maps. Bottle Oracle. Okay, so we have a battle. 5 giant crabs. I don't think we're going to need magic screen for this, but I still want to Okay, let's use the Poet's Lute. Mr. Spot casts melted butter. Okay, good. We at least put 3 of the crabs to sleep. Now, some of you may wonder why I didn't do Basilisk Eye. This is actually a fairly straightforward fight, and so I want to save Basilisk Eye for the more difficult encounters. Okay. Okay, there's that place. See, remember, this is the place where the ladder leads down to the two the two the two fountains, you know. So it's hopefully good you can find that, because that way it's a very easy place and safe place to like top off your, especially your mana. Because the only other way to top off your mana is by resting, and that's risky. Now it's interesting, if you look at this map, you see that right now, even though we are over water, the map looks like that we are over land. We're on land. Nope, that's not it. Let's see where we are on the map. Again, it took me forever to find the swamp the first time. But yeah, this is an Iron Man run, so essentially what that means is in other words, if all our characters die, that's it. We have to start totally over. Which is not as bad as I was watching an earlier stream. I think they were playing Ultima Martian World or something, and apparently there was a bug in the game that made the game which soft locked you. Now, for those of you not familiar with game terminology, yeah, well, yeah, what's going to happen, Cody, is it's going to reset to episode E01. Yeah, but that Cody, what that means is that everything's new. In other words, we make up totally new characters, etc. And again, sorry I'm not feeling 100%, but I've decided, hey, I'm gonna, I may not be the super bubbly me, but I'd at least rather at least stream and keep the storyline going. Just as because it's E does not make it easy. Well, if you have taxes that are simple, it's easy. In fact, the form that they filled you out, that they call it 1040 EZ. I'm actually going to put out a question, not an official survey. Okay, I thought I'd do an unofficial survey. You don't have to do it, but what I want to know is, in school, did they actually go over, like, do a unit on like how you filled out your tax, like how to fill out tax forms? And please put your answers in chat. Okay, crap. I forgot to keep up magic screen. So far, no one. I'm a little surprised. Well, probably that means that you're probably on the younger side, because it actually did get to the point where it went down the road. What they did is they actually you know, it got to the point where tax companies started coming out with tax software, and so you know, the two big things are H&R Block and TurboTax. And I don't know if this rumor is true. From what I hear, is Congress was trying to make taxes a lot simpler. They're saying, hey, you know, we'll just have you like fill out a few things, and essentially the tax companies, H&R Block and TurboTax, they actually lobbied against it. They were, because like they don't, you know, you're like, that sounds selfish. Well, they don't want their cash cow to disappear. You know, Mr. Spock said it made the brownie special. Now, there's two ways to make brownies special. One method means that when you eat the brownies, you feel good. There's another method where if you eat the brownies, you get a run for your money. Okay, I think we got two mosquitoes here. Nope, I thought maybe that was it, but no, I'm pretty sure that that's not the swamp entrance. Okay, so it looks like we have a bunch of dead ends here. Darn, adding too much flour. Ah, okay, this place. Okay, now remember, now you may say, well, Moody, you really don't need this. Well, I'm not, you know what, I'm not gonna turn down. I'm not gonna turn down free, I'm not gonna turn down free level up, free stamina top off. I'm not, come on, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna turn that down. Heck no. Heck no, let's not. You know, let's get them. Because here, what we can do is Sparkle can cast Magic Screen, and Hellgraph can cast Enchanted Blade. Okay, I'm leaving for an ad break, so I'm going to do the old BYB routine. I mean BRB. Okay. Just letting you know that I may end it in 20 more minutes. Notice I said may, because I do reserve the right to continue continue it if it continue it if the viewership is going well, or by request. I usually stream for about two hours and 10 minutes, usually 2 hours and 40 minutes. Ooh, demonic figures. Ugh. We're going to use the Cornu of Demon Spawn. That'll probably send a few of them packing. How many, I do not know. Let's go level 4 on the ice ball. Hey, nicely done, Moody. So probably what I'm going to do is, as I said, I'm not sure when I'm ending the stream. Right now it's 2 hours and 10 minutes, but I may go for another 30. You're like, here again, Moody. I'm like, why not? Anytime. If I'm close here, I'm coming on in. As I said, right now I'm planning on having the stream ending at 2:10. I may extend it some. I think it would be too many dead ends. Looks like we're taking care of these dragonflies. So just something to think about. It's up to you if you want the stream to go 30 minutes longer than 2:10. So instead of ending in about 10 minutes, it's going to end in about 40 minutes. You know, feel free to let me know. I'm actually right now. I'm actually up for it. I have the endurance, although I may only be able to do one extension. Unless I get into some crazy fight. And what I mean by crazy fight is the 52-minute fight against the Fiend of Nine Worlds, where it took a while because I eventually cast enough armor melt that I could start hitting the Fiend of Nine Worlds. Thank you, Mr. Spock. Or the 23-minute battle with Magdadane, which I would classify that as the Battle of the Summoners. That's what made it go on forever, because it was like, okay. Because like, Magdadane summoned some nasty monsters. Okay, I can summon a nasty monster. And I actually won that because because even though I was out pretty much almost out of spell points, luckily Luckily, the monster summoned were undead, and actually I was able to dispel undead. Okay, I'm extending the stream to 240. Just because I'm extending it does not mean that you have to hang around. I'm just saying I will still be streaming. It's like a baseball game that goes extra innings. You know, if let's say you were planning on maybe being there for 3 hours, and it so happened that you know you can't stay any longer, then yeah, go ahead, leave. I don't mind. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm extremely tickled and happy of everyone watching this evening. I thought it was going to be a disaster with the crash. Maybe I need to do that more often. Maybe that's what I need to do. In fact, I just thought of a joke. Okay, and in fact, there's another stream that I noticed had lots of crashes, and it was someone playing the cymbals, and they kept banging them together. And usually, in the cymbal terminology, it's called like a crash. So that's the joke for the day. I may throw up a few more. Does Falcon Northwest make instruments? I don't think so. I'm trying to remember. Bet they could make cymbals that don't crash. Right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the swamp. Okay, so it looks like we have a battle. Ooh, sirens. Okay, Okay, good. At least I have whatchamacallit up. Now the thing is, I don't know how well the poet's loot is going to work against them. Okay, let's try Mind Flay. You've already fizzled it twice. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, we've got 2 and 1, which isn't bad. Whoa. Okay, good. This was a bit of a tough one for us, but we survived. Let's see how everyone's going with respect to level gain. Gixer's far away. Sparkle's getting somewhat close. Sparkle may have a level up coming soon. Dfortae's far away. Donkey's pretty good distance away. Headache somewhat far away. Telegraph somewhat far away. Okay, cool. I found this really cool place. Guess what I'm going to be doing? Dfortae, yeah. Dfortae, I think I know what happened. You notice that you do not see a picture of me. See, I think what happened is because what I did is I'd hook up the camera and OBS would not recognize it. So what I did, I went into the camera settings. I did a lot of like tweaking of settings. And what I found, it's like anytime, after I would tweak the camera, it would crash quickly. So I decided this time I'm not going to mess around with the camera. And so what happened is so far it's been working. So I need to test. I'm 98% confident that it's the camera. And so maybe I need a new camera. Well, I have another camera I could break out. Maybe, and I've tried many different things. So maybe it's, maybe what I need to do is, write to OBS and ask what the hell's going on here. Ooh, 8 giant crab. Oh, Dfortae, you miss. Oh. Yeah, but I think I had a battle. It was like I had two sets of water dragons. I think I had two sets of um, sirens. I mean, ooh. And the problem with that, I had this great plan. Well, Dfortae did not hide, failed the hiding. Headache had Mind Flay Fizzle. So essentially, I was already at the mercy of the random number generator. Let's see. Oh shit. I'm sorry, I messed up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is right now I'm kind of wandering around, maybe looking for the swamp entrance. That being said, right now I'm not sure if I'm the most enthusiastic about going for the swamp entrance. And now I'll tell you why, because honestly, in that one epic battle, I think it was about at the, I'm not sure what mark it was, I forget, but it was pretty epic. It took a while. But essentially how I won the battle was I was able to, let's just say that Basilisk Eye was my friend. And I got it down to the point where I had two water dragons, but they were both stoned. So what I did is I just kept on casting, my casting spells. Although I will admit by that point my mana, useful mana, was pretty much used up. And what I mean by useful mana is like I had like bless and identify. Yeah, I could cast those, but I didn't have any like defensive spells. What got me through was like scrolls and potions. And so I'm kind of thinking, maybe it would be good to have some of those in case, in case I happen to run into a very tough battle where I can't easily get to a fountain where I can recharge my mana. Wait a minute, I think. Darn, I thought for sure this was this entrance to the swamp. I think the entrance is over by the whatchamacallit. Okay, what I'm saying is that one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be off screen. I'm going to be doing some inventory management. In other words, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be buying potions, scrolls, and whatnot, inventory management. Now, yes, I'm one of those that likes to you know, like show everything. But this is one of those things that doesn't really advance the storyline. Did some comes back with Gucci armor. Gotta get condiments for those crabs. It's like crab cakes. And Dfortae, I don't think you realize how much I appreciate that that crab cake comment. Okay, right now I'm actually watching the person who's streaming Ultima Underworld 1. I just want to make sure that they're still that they're still streaming it once mine ends. Cuz what happened is I don't want to send you over there and find out that they're doing something else. Oh, okay. I thought some skin came off. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe have one more battle. And when after this battle, then depending on what it is, then we'll probably... Because see, the thing is, I'm very close to the entrance anyway. Seafood restaurants in the Wizardry world sounds pretty darn good if you ask me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're now going to bring it on in. Going to bring it on in into the castle. So remember, please do stick around if you like Ultima 1. If not, that's fine. There's no rule saying that I'm going to make you stay. Okay, so we're going to be rating a fellow streamer Kill or Trout. One thing you need to know is that no hints or spoilers or backseating. Thank you very much for watching. Again, stick around for the raid and let's have some fun.
I rarely see it because it's a level 3 one. I don't have a lot of level 3 people. Mr. Spock, thank you.